Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we have Linux Mint 22.1 with us, and I'm really excited to show this to you guys because this is one of the better Linux distributions out there. It's actually one of the best, I should say. So without wasting further time, there's lots of new things over here to talk. Let's just dive right in. Alright, so welcome to Linux Mint 22.1. So if you are not familiar with Linux Mint, this is one of the best Windows alternatives that's out there, and you would be hard pressed to find any other operating system like Linux Mint. So let's just get you familiarized with the desktop. So we do get the taskbar at the bottom, and on the left we do get a start menu. This kind of seems like Windows-ish language, but I am speaking in it so people, it's a little bit easier to connect. So we do get all applications, accessibility, account details, actions. You get everything in alphabetical order. You do get accessories, graphics, internet, Firefox coming in as default, and then transmission for your torrents, Office, sound and video. But for Office, you get LibreOffice, the entire suite, sound and video, administration, preferences, places, and recent files. Now, on the left, you do get some pinned apps, and at the bottom, you do have the option to turn off, to log out, or to lock your screen. And over to the right, you do get the option to show the desktop. You get a time, clicking on which reveals the calendar, and your events. You can also go to date and time settings. You do also get the sound settings and the network icon. Now you can also edit these, so you can edit the menu and you can choose your accessories, education, games, graphics. Every category will contain something. You can change it to whatever you like, and if you think you messed it, you can always just restore it. Same goes with the panel. You can just right click it, go to panel edit mode, and you can actually put different things over here. You can see all of these. This is inside a virtual machine, so the battery is not showing up. You do have a ton of applets depending on what's connected, and these are your pinned apps. You can change everything that you want to. You can go to you can just go to panel settings, and you can choose different options. You can auto hide the panel. You can change the panel height, panel appearance from left, center, right. You can do a lot of things. So font size, colored icon size, symbolic icon size, pretty good. General panel options, you can add a new panel, you can go into panel edit mode, and you can allow the pointer to pass through the edges of the panel. So you can pretty much do whatever you like. On these, you can actually configure each of these. So you can have your shortcuts, you can have shortcuts for these really. You can always remove these icons whenever you like. So that's pretty good. So let's just jump right into what's new this time around in Linux Mint 22.1. So here I have the official page. I'm not going to bore you with too much details, but let's just go through a few of these, and we're going to increase the font size to about 150 for your benefit. So this is named 22.1 SIA edition. This comes with support until 2029. It's pretty good. It has a lot of updated software and refinements that you are going to enjoy. Under the hood, it does bring a lot of modernization of apt dependencies, and Linux Mint transitioned over to AppKit and Captain, which brings under the hood refinements. If you want to go into more detail, you can always just go and read the blog post for yourself. So Captain replaces GDB and apt-util with better translations and less bugs. As you can see, it does mention over here. So the transition has several benefits like better translations, improved quality, simplified architecture, and easier development. And you can also install foreign packages from a UI. So this is possible to do now graphically, which is pretty good. As you can see with Linux Mint, you rarely have to touch the terminal for everyday use. And you also get the fantastic Update Manager, and the Update Manager has been reworked for better reliable experience, and new issues can be addressed with ease. And Update Manager now also comes with multi-processing and improved package management and multi-threading, which are all really good things to see. So if I just go to Update Manager and hit enter, you can see that it's a little tool. It's really helpful actually. You can install updates, you can refresh, and I think it's going to take some time to check for the updates. The icons are not going to be available, so I don't want a local mirror. You can go to, I guess you can update Linux kernels from here as well. So this comes with the 6.8 kernel, I believe. Let's just check that out real quick. Uname A. So it does come with the 6.8 kernel, so you can actually change kernels to your liking. Right now, this kernel is the one that is based off of the Ubuntu 2024.04 version. So this is the LTS kernel supported until April 2029, but you can switch kernels whenever recent ones become available. All right, so that's enough with Update Manager. It's a really good tool. It's really handy, and it stays over here. It shows you that your system is up to date, and it's really good. You also get power modes. So since I am running inside a virtual machine, I'm not going to be able to show you the battery icon, but you can see over here, get options for turning off the screen when it's inactive, suspending the device when the power button is pressed, what happens. So you can ask what happens. It will lock the screen, suspend. All of this is not new, but the one thing that is the power mode. So it says power mode controls the power usage of your computer. It can impact performance, battery life, and fan noise. So right now it's at balanced. You can change it to power saver, and for some certain devices, you can also change it to performance. Like you can see, this is a framework laptop that was given to the Linux Mint team. So over here, you do get the performance option as well. So I mean, the names are pretty self-explanatory. If you are on power savings, it will reduce the heat generation by lowering CPU frequency and reduce the RPM of your fan and all that good stuff. It also extends battery life. I mean, doing these will automatically extend battery life, so that doesn't need separate mention. Then if you are on performance, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory too. You would like to have it enabled when you're playing games so that you are utilizing every bit of resource that is available to you. All right, so if you are on XFCE and Mate, power modes can be managed from the terminal. I guess this is one of the very rare occurrences where you have to go to the terminal to set something, especially in case of Linux Mint. So you can execute these commands to enable power saver mode. Next comes Nightlight. So let's just go to Nightlight. Nightlight is pretty handy. I guess enabling this wouldn't change much, because I am inside a virtual machine and it's not connected directly to my display. So yeah, I mean, you can change the color temperature, you can click the preview, which won't work right now, and you can schedule it. So it's either automatic or you can specify start and end times. Very, very handy for Linux Mint. Linux Mint automatically actually calculates the local sunrise and sunset times based on your system's time zone. So during the day, the screen displays cooler, bluer tones, while at night, night shift changes to warmer and redder tones. Now, the highlight of today's video is Cinnamon 6.4. So Linux Mint 22.1 ships with the absolute latest version of Cinnamon, and it does have a new default theme with more rounded corners, making it all the more better and making it visually appealing in all Linux distributions. Because remember, Cinnamon is not only used in Linux Mint, but also in other distributions as well, including Fedora if you're interested. The round corners and refined contrasts allow the interface to feel less cluttered, offering a more relaxing and enjoyable user experience, something I wholeheartedly agree with. So you do get cleaner and better looking modern dialog boxes, and for authentication and stuff, you can see the corners are rounded and it looks pretty good. And you can also have you can also see the volume changing so that looks a little bit better. A lot better actually, and you also get improved Wayland compatibility, so that's pretty good. They have replaced the deprecated Polykit 1 GNOME, which had issues under Wayland, and now they do have native dialogues for better integration. So it's going to be fully functional in Cinnamon on Wayland. Apart from this, you also get smaller improvements. So let's just dive right into what the wallpapers look like, because I am really excited about all of that. So we're going to go ahead to change desktop background under Linux Mint. You know these wallpapers before, but we do get wallpapers. This is a new section. I guess they have renamed the sections. So this is a wallpaper section, and most of these wallpapers look amazing. All right, so I think we're going to stick to this wallpaper for the video. It's really amazing looking. And let's just go over the settings a little bit. So settings over here, you can see we do get backgrounds, which we already just checked. We have different effects. So desktop and window effects, the effects on dialog boxes, menus, startup animations, lots of things. We do get font selection, so Ubuntu regular and stuff. You can change the scaling factor, aliasing, RGBA order. You do get themes. So themes takes a little bit of time to open up. Let's just give it a second. Yep, there we go. We are on yellow, by the way, and dark. So I think this combination should look pretty good. Anyway, moving on, we do get accessibility, account details. I am a live user, so you're not going to get any account details. Applets, so you have tons of things. You can download more applets if you like. And we have date and time, desklets, so we get some desklets by default. You can download more. You also get general settings, so you can snap desklets to grid, which is useful if you're organizing your desktop to a grid and you don't like things to be haphazardly put on the desktop. You do get extensions, general, gestures. Gestures are very handy, by the way. Swipe with 2 fingers, 3, 4, even 5 fingers is here. It's disabled by default, of course, but you do you if you want to enable them. Pinch, tap, settings. I'm not sure why this isn't opening. Oh yeah, there we go. I guess it was at the bottom. But it shouldn't scroll down so much if it doesn't have anything. But that's okay, it's a beta. Any crinkles can always be fixed later until the final release. Alright, hot corners. You know what they are. You drag your window to a corner and it does something. That's pretty good. Languages, nightlight, we already checked that out. Panel edit settings. I think I already showed this to you guys. And let's just go back. Workspaces, so multiple workspaces. You can allow cycling through the workspaces. Only use workspaces on primary monitor. This requires a restart. Display expo view as a grid. Pretty good things if you are on multiple workspaces. I like being on multiple workspaces on my Mac OS, so I think this is going to be handy for me as well on Linux Mint. Privacy screensaver. What does privacy contain? So it remembers recently accessed files. I like to turn this off, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to keep it off. Display graphics tablets. You can attach something if you want to draw. I like drawing on my iPad, so this is something that you could, if you're interested in, or if you're a professional. Driver manager, firewall, login window. I mean, we're going to be here an entire day if we are to talk about everything, but Linux Mint does have a wonderfully consolidated and holistic categorization of system settings. There are tons of things, but you're not going to get lost in them when you're digging through the settings. It's very, very neatly organized. It's searchable. It's really good. So yeah, I think with that, we have covered most of the things that were there to be covered. And with that, we come to the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Linux Mint is a fantastic operating system. You're not going to have any worries with this because up to 2026, they are going to be solely focused on this base of Linux Mint, and you're going to be supported for this with this version up to 2029, so you literally have nothing to worry about with this version. Having said that, I guess it's time to come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.